What's up, everybody? This is my first soft top convertible, and so I don't have a ton of experience in terms of maintenance and care. I did some research though, and I ended up going with a convertible top maintenance kit from Chemical Guys, not a sponsor. I'm gonna give it a try, and we'll see how it turns out. So I believe that I got the ultimate convertible top cleaner kit. I'll put the link in the description. But the kit comes with three microfiber towels, the cleaner, the protectant, and the brush for applying the cleaner. I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna get started. So the purpose of this kit is to clean and protect the convertible top. And so I wanted to kind of show a before and after. And so this is the convertible top before I've put the protectant on it. And I've got some water here, and I'll show you what it does when I pour a little bit on the top. Let's see, pour it over here so you can see it. You see it kind of seeps into the top and it basically soaks the top. And so after I'm done sealing and protecting the top, the water is supposed to be able to bead up and roll right off the top of the car, just as if it were on the paint. And so I'm gonna finish cleaning and protecting the top, and then we'll do this test again and see what it looks like. The first step is going to be cleaning the convertible top cover. I'm gonna use the cleaner for this, and I'm gonna open up my door, which gives me a little bit more reach without scratching up my car. I'm gonna use the brush and the towel. I'm gonna start by spraying in a good amount. And I'm not gonna worry about overspray because I can just wipe it off. But I'm gonna spray a decent amount on, and then I'm gonna scrub the top. And this is gonna raise up the dirt onto the surface so that I can wipe it away with the microfiber towel. All right. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna use the microfiber towels that came with the kit. To wipe up any residue. And then I'm going to try and clean off or dry off any additional of the cleaner, any additional cleaner. So that looks good. I'm going to reset the camera so that you can get a full view, and I'm going to finish the rest of the car. All right, so I finished cleaning it and I dried it off with my last towel. And so at this point, I'm gonna let the top completely dry. I'm also gonna spend a little bit of time picking off the hairs from the brush. The brush is brand new and some of the hairs came out of it as expected, I guess. And so they are on my top still. I'm gonna, clean them off nice so that when I come back to do the protectant, there's nothing on the top. I'm gonna let this dry though, and we'll come back when it's dry. Okay, so the next step is going to be applying the protectant. When looking at the directions though, it does talk about covering any exposed rubber trim first. So I'm going to use some painter's tape and cover up my trim, and then I'm going to apply the protectant. Alright, so now that I've put some tape on any of the rubber molding that I think will get overspray, I'm going to try and apply an even coating of the spray onto the top. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna start the timer. It's a 20-minute wait for the first set to cure. I'm gonna spend that time cleaning off any overspray. So it's actually been about 40 minutes, and that's because it's about 36 degrees outside right today. And my garage, I only have like a little propane heater that I have for the garage, only for when I really need it. And so I use that to try and bring the temperature up in here, maybe to like 65, maybe even 70 degrees. And then I shut it off and it cools down, just based on heat loss. The garage is insulated, but it doesn't hold the heat that great. So the garage top, the convertible top is mostly dry now. So I'm going to apply the second coat, and then I'm going to clean up the overspray and pull off the tape so that there's no residue. And then we'll let it dry for 24 hours. All right, now we let it dry. All right, so it's been a little over 24 hours, maybe more like 30 hours or so. But it's definitely dry. I like how the top came out. It's nice and clean. But this is the real test. I'm gonna add some water and we're gonna see how well it beads. And so it beads pretty well. I can see it's still soaking in a little bit, but that's not too bad. there was still some protectant in the bottle left. So I might apply one more coat and see if that works any better, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, based on the water test that I did, I wasn't super happy with how much it repelled the water. More water kind of seeped into the top than I was hoping for. Um, I watched the video from the chemical guys and it repelled it like crazy. I'm not sure if I applied the product correctly, although I did follow the instructions from the YouTube video, but I have about a third of the bottle left, and so it's not enough to redo a whole application, so I'm just going to use it up as a third application. This time I'm going to use a brush to kind of spread the product evenly across the fibers so that it gets a better coating. I'm doing this based on what I've seen for some other products on YouTube. So I already taped up the car. I'm going to put a third coating on, and then we'll do a water test once it dries in another 24 hours. All right, so I did my final application. The little bit at the bottom of the bottle that I couldn't spray out, I poured them all along the seam of the top just to try and get a little more protection in there. I scrubbed it all in good, and so we're gonna give it another 24 hours and then we'll come back and do the water test again. All right, so it's been 24 hours after my third application of the top protectant. This is the big test. I don't have any more protectant, so how this turns out is what it's going to be like. I'm going to pour some water on the top, and we're going to see how well it beads. And so I would say that probably not much different. I would say that probably not much different than the previous time. So I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. So I don't know if I would try this again. It was definitely worth a try for me. I might try something different next time, but we're gonna run with this kind of protection probably for the year. I mean, we'll see how long it lasts, and then I'll try again something next time. I hope you enjoy the content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. There's more to come. Thank you very much.